Aloha, Kauai. We hope you had a happy Easter weekend. Here's our daily COVID-19 briefing from Team Kauai for Monday, April 13th. The number of total confirmed cases remains at 21. Of those 21 cases, 16 individuals have either recovered or returned to their home on the mainland. The remaining 5 active cases are residents. 3 are in home isolation, 1 is in isolation at a facility, and 1 remains in isolation in the hospital. All but 1 case has been confirmed to be travel-related. Kauai's tally of cases and other information on COVID-19 can be found on the Kauai Emergency Management Agency or KEMA site at www.kauai.gov/COVID-19. To view the total number of positive cases across the state, please visit hawaiicovid19.com. The daily count on this site is updated at noon every day. Over the weekend, our team at the EOC has been reviewing comments from the public regarding the rules in place. We are announcing 2 adjustments to the rules related to masks and camping permits. These 2 rules will go into effect at 5 a.m. on Tuesday, April 14. Let's start with the new rule, or Mayor's Emergency Rule number 6, relating to masks. We will now be requiring everyone over the age of 5 to wear a cloth mask for most activities outside of your home, except when you are engaging in permissible outside exercise, so long as you are practicing social distancing, while riding in a personal vehicle with members of your immediate household only, when you're entering a bank or other financial institution, or while using an ATM machine, or when a medical condition prohibits the use of a mask. Again, with the exception of those activities, everyone over the age of 5 will be required to wear a mask while outside of your home. If you live in a single-family residence, you do not need to wear a mask while in your yard or otherwise on your property. However, if you live in a multi-dwelling home or condominium, you must wear a mask in common areas. As we have been emphasizing over the past week, masks are becoming a critical tool in the fight against COVID-19. Remember, my mask protects you, and your mask protects me. Folks, our goal first and foremost in establishing these rules is to contain the spread of COVID-19 on our island as best we're able. And because our community has done such a great job at heeding our emergency rules, we have so far been able to keep our number of positive cases low. If we can continue to keep our numbers low and continue to contain community transmission, we want to slowly get people back to work in a way that minimizes risk. Again, if we can keep our numbers low, we are looking at low-risk work activities that we can allow in a safe, staged, responsible manner. But in order to do this, we must keep the risk of exposure low. That means wearing masks while outside in public, with limited exceptions, continuing to practice social distancing, continuing to practice enhanced hygiene, such as washing hands and cleaning shared surfaces often. As a reminder, the face coverings do not need to be surgical or N95 masks. A simple cloth covering will do. Again, this new rule will start as of 5 a.m. tomorrow, Tuesday, April 14th. Also, effective tomorrow, we're making additional changes to parks operations as an amendment to Mayor's Emergency Rule number 1. All swimming pools, park pavilions, and playgrounds will be closed. General park areas will remain open, provided social distancing is maintained. Also, in close consultation with the ACLU, we will be formally designating parks around the island for our existing houseless community to shelter in place. These parks will be Lucy Wright, Salt Pond, Lydgate, Anahola, and Anini. Those in our current houseless community must now obtain a permit at no cost to shelter in place at these parks. County officers will reach out to people currently staying at the parks to arrange for permits. This permitting system helps us to meet the needs of our houseless community who must shelter in place, while also helping to ensure proper social distancing for the health and well-being of all. To be clear, This invitation is being extended to those in our existing houseless community. These permits are not available to anyone subject to the statewide 14-day mandatory quarantine. To view all these new changes to the Mayor's emergency rules, which will take effect tomorrow at 5 a.m., please visit kauai.gov/COVID-19. Again, we have taken many proactive preventative measures in order to protect our island and her people. Most of our cases here on Kauai have been travel-related, and with the mandatory quarantine rule, we've seen a decline in those cases. However, we still have the one case of community transmission, so we have to remain diligent to help prevent further spread, while also realizing that we cannot stay home forever. We are well aware that the State Department of Labor and Industrial Relations is trying to resolve issues with processing unemployment claims and dispersing checks that are direly needed. Meanwhile, we are looking at ways to take a phased approach that will allow people to conduct work that is considered low risk. But this requires that we continue to be diligent in following the rules in place. Folks, we've said it from the beginning. In order to maintain our low case numbers, it is going to require a large amount of self-discipline. In times of crisis, there are always going to be a very small group of individuals that will use a crisis as a way to further their own personal gain. These individuals pose a high risk to all the work and sacrifice that a majority of us have made in order to protect our kupuna and those who are most vulnerable. We have a long road ahead, but in order to keep making forward progress, we are relying on a high level of individual integrity, which means doing the right thing when no one else is looking. It is going to rely on a high level of self-governance. Government cannot play the role of constant supervision. We are relying on all of you to make responsible decisions and to comply with these temporary emergency rules until we can get out of this public health crisis. It is going to require accountability. We are depending on all of you to help each other out. Please remind your personal friends and family that we are all in this together. We are all responsible for the success of this mission, and we are all here to help protect our island and our people. It all starts with our individual behavior and encouraging our own friends and family that we can all do this, that we're all in this together. Remember, folks, my mask protects you, and your mask protects me. Let's work together to protect each other from coronavirus. We can also continue to protect each other by staying home as much as possible, refrain from social gatherings or public outings. If you must interact with people outside of your home, keep a distance of 6 feet of separation and wear a mask. Do not leave home if you're sick, unless you're seeking medical attention, and then only after calling your doctor first. Wash your hands frequently and clean surfaces often. With our stay-at-home order, we now have less cars on the road but more pedestrians. Motorists who must be on the road for essential needs, please slow down and drive with aloha. And pedestrians, please wear bright clothing or reflective attire to make yourselves more visible to motorists. Let's work together to keep each other safe. We're going to get through this. Kauai, stay informed and connected during this time of social distancing. We'll continue to post updates on our official County of Kauai Facebook page or on our Kauai Emergency Management Agency page at www.kauai.gov/COVID-19. The Centers for Disease Control is also updating its website regularly. For more information, please visit coronavirus.gov. Not everyone has internet access or follows the news, so please help to keep your loved ones informed. Once again, Kauai, we can do this. Hang in there. Take care of one another. God bless and aloha.